So this video will be a quick unboxing and presentation of the Creality Space Pi filament dryer, but with the 2 filament rolls inside. So yeah, that's how it looks. You can also see a hot sun, so it's a filament dryer, makes sense. And here you can also see some specs. 160 watts, that's quite a lot. So let's open it. Packaged quite well with lots of foam. And there it is already. The power cord is also here inside the box. It's quite thin, quite good. And there's some PTFE hoses, 2 to be exact, in the box. More foam. And here it is. Here we get a quick, I guess, instruction manual. Half in Chinese, half in English. Not that much. And here we have the box. It's relatively large. Here's the small display at the front. And the rear has an on-off switch and the power socket. Nice rubber feet. And some plugs for the hoses, where you can also put the PTFE tubes to directly put that in your 3D printer. The lid to the box does not have a special seal to it, which is not so well if you want to store filament in there for longer periods of time, but for drying it's also important to keep the door open somewhat. Here's some desiccant, or you can also dry more desiccant. And the metal rollers are really quite good with those ball bearings at each roller. You can also slightly look through the front window. And now let's plug it in. The cord is around a millimeter, but of course nothing special front plug wise. Then we can plug it in and it's coming to life. Wow, it's not designed to be carried around. So when you turn it on the back, you have this on button right here, or sometimes it doesn't work, I don't know. Then you have this arrow at the left, which you can set to either, this is the material you can choose, this is how long you want to dry the filament. Here you can change between Celsius and Fahrenheit, and here this is your set temperature, which you can go up and down manually or according to the material you choose right here. And then the time, you just set your time between 48 hours and 0 hours basically. And here on the display it also shows the relative humidity inside the box right now, which is quite useful and not in every filament drying box. So this will be a quick temperature test if the temperature fluctuates a lot or is relatively stable during heating and after, when it is already quite hot already. So I'm just going to set the temperature 65 for PACF, for example, and then for forever basically. Now I set the temperature probe inside of the heating element to further see what this thing does. So we can see the temperature fluctuates around 5 degrees plus or minus at the module, which is relatively good. This means it should not destroy any of your precious filaments. And of course, the air inside doesn't fluctuate that much, so it's even better than you think. The temperature, as you can see, next to the heater a little bit higher, that's normal and also good. And it means hopefully the material will be warm enough. As you can see, it was directly at the heater. So I would say pretty good.